Hello again. And welcome back to Galaxy Guides. We're ready to embark on our next cosmic adventure. Last time, we explored the secrets of Mercury, and now we're setting our course for another amazing planet. Get ready to be fascinated as we uncover the mysteries of this celestial wonder. There's so much more to explore in our galaxy. So, without further ado, let's continue our exploration of the planets in our solar system on Galaxy Guides. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to stay with us on this incredible journey. Venus, our neighboring world in the solar system, is a planet of both mesmerizing beauty and extreme hostility. Often referred to as Earth's evil twin, it stands as a celestial enigma. Venus is the second planet from the Sun and is strikingly similar in size to Earth. However, that's where the similarities end. This planet boasts a thick and oppressive atmosphere composed mainly of carbon dioxide, which traps heat, resulting in surface temperatures that could melt lead. It's a scorching hellscape, with temperatures soaring to a searing 900 degrees Fahrenheit, 475 degrees Celsius, making it the hottest planet in our solar system. What's even more intriguing is that Venus's atmosphere exerts a crushing pressure approximately 92 times that of Earth's, equivalent to the pressure you'd experience at the depth of around 3,000 feet, 900 meters, in our oceans. Despite these extreme conditions, Venus has captivated the imagination of scientists and space agencies worldwide. Numerous missions, from the Soviet Union's Venera program to NASA's Magellan spacecraft, have ventured into the blistering atmosphere and sent back invaluable data about this enigmatic world. They've revealed vast volcanoes, deep canyons, and signs of a complex geological history. Venus remains a focal point for scientific exploration, shedding light on the intricate workings of planetary atmospheres, the potential for runaway greenhouse effects, and the limits of habitability. Venus has an unusual rotation. It rotates on its axis very slowly and in the opposite direction to most other planets, including Earth. A day on Venus, a full rotation, is longer than a year on Venus, orbiting the Sun. One day on Venus is approximately 243 Earth days, while a Venusian year is about 225 Earth days. Venus was the first planet to have its motions plotted across the sky, as early as the 2nd millennium BC. Because Venus is easy to spot with the naked eye, it is impossible to say who discovered the planet. But over the centuries we have been able to measure Venus motions, including the rare transit of Venus when the planet appears to cross in front of the Sun. Venus's superrotation was found by observing the motion of dark streaks in its atmosphere. What these streaks are and why the superrotation hasn't mixed them evenly through the atmosphere is unknown. The streaks do observe ultraviolet light. One possibility is that these streaks are evidence of microbial life. But what about the sulfuric acid clouds? The microbes could be coated in molecules of 8 sulfur atoms, S8, that would be impervious to sulfuric acid. S8 also absorbs ultraviolet light. Walking around Venus would be an unbearable experience for several reasons, but one of them is the extreme pressures on the surface. The atmosphere creates air pressure that is over 90 times the air pressure on Earth, which is similar to the pressure around 0.6 miles, 1 kilometer, deep in the ocean. When looking purely at the physical parameters of Venus, it is remarkably similar to Earth. They are both almost the same in size and density, their compositions are similar, and they both appear to have relatively young surfaces that are surrounded by an atmosphere with clouds. It's worth stating that Venus clouds are primarily sulfuric acid though, which isn't something that you'd want raining down on you. Venus is one of 2 planets that orbit the Sun within the orbital path of Earth. Along with Mercury, these 2 planets can find themselves between Earth and the Sun, sometimes creating a silhouette that moves across the Sun over hours. These journeys are known as transits, and Venus is known to transit in pairs, with over a century separating the pairs, making it a very rare event. Venus experiences different phases, just like the Moon. As Venus travels around the Sun within the orbit of Earth, it changes between a morning star and an evening star roughly every 9.5 months. During this period it shifts between different percentages of illumination, a trait that everyone normally associates with the Moon. Venus and Mercury are the only planets in our solar system that do not have a moon of their own. It's a bit more understandable as to why Mercury doesn't have a moon, because its close proximity to the Sun has a negative effect on any contenders, and it is even smaller than some known moons such as Jupiter's Ganymede and Saturn's Titan. However, researchers have argued that the reason Venus doesn't have a moon isn't as simplistic. There are two theories. The first is that any moon that Venus had was stolen by the Sun's gravity. The second is known as the double impact theory, which states that a large celestial body hit Venus billions of years ago and created a moon, in a similar way to how Earth got its lunar companion. But several million years later, an even bigger object hit Venus, causing the retrograde rotation, weakening the tidal forces and sending the moon to sink into Venus, never to be seen again. The usual routine for planets is to spin anti-clockwise on their axis, but Venus is an oddball and flaunts a clockwise rotation. The leading theory as to why Venus and Uranus have what is known as a retrograde rotation is that they were smacked by large objects early in their history. This collision left the planet seeing stars and spinning the wrong way. The Latin nickname for Venus, which is largely unused in modern days, is Lucifer, which translates to light bringer. Lucifer is also a name for the devil, which is quite a coincidence considering the hellish conditions on the surface of Venus. Because Venus is the third brightest object in the night sky, it is bright enough to cast shadows on the surface of Earth. Only two other celestial objects are capable of this, the Sun and the Moon. However, very good eyesight is needed to see these Venusian shadows. As we conclude our exploration of Venus, a world of extremes and enigmas, we've witnessed the extraordinary in this cosmic gem. But our journey through the planets in our solar system is far from over. Stay tuned for an expedition like no other as we delve into the blue planet's secrets, marvel at its beauty, and explore the stories written in its landscapes. So, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell.